Hi, I'm Eric Wallis, and I am from the Rocky Mountains in the United States, and I am here at Pictura Eterna Gallery to show and exhibit my work here at Brussels.
How do you came into art?
I have grown up in art my whole life. My father's an artist, and he started me when I was 6 years old, painting in plein air with him. And I have worked in oil paint ever since, and actually studied at the university, and I have my bachelor's degree in painting.
This is your first show in Europe?
Yes.
Do you want to tell something how it came to the show?
Yes, I started by a good friend named Victor Sanchez, and he referred me to this gallery, and they decided to bring me here for this show, and it's been a wonderful experience.
Since when? When did you start with the figurative art? Has it always been from the beginning?
No. When I was 6, I didn't paint figurative art. But the interesting story about that is my father was teaching a figure painting class. I was 18, and he said, come study at this figure painting class. And I had never seen the woman before. And so the model, she decided, since I was so young, she was going to shock me, and she had when she dropped her robe, there it was, and I thought, oh, now I have to draw. And so that's a funny story. I was only very young. But I did start figure painting in college mostly, and continued on throughout my career. I paint out in the landscape as well as in the studio. We take models out to locations that I have around my area, where it's a very mountainous, forested area, and we go and work. I also take photographs of them while we're there, so I can work later on pieces. And then they come to my studio as well, and we work together there. I don't start on a particular part of the anatomy. I draw the whole shape and then do the shapes in between and get those areas. Sometimes it'll be the face that I start with, sometimes it will be the arm or the hips or something, to give myself a point of reference to get all the other things in. What I usually do for figure paintings is I start, put a very thin wash of color, and I let that dry. So I'll put that on the wall for a while and maybe get another piece out and work on that. The next step after that dries is to go in and get the figure drawn correctly and get the colors and the thicker paint started. Most of the time, from that point on, I finish the piece. Sometimes there are pieces that take a little longer, larger pieces especially, that will take more than one day or months. So I will hang them on my wall so I can see every day what I might want to do, and I can think of the process through before I actually paint on it. So I always keep them visible. I usually work on inspiration of the moment, and that means if the light is just right, and it strikes me, that's what I will do. As far as plans for a future, I like to do shows that are figurative, and so anything involving the figure is something that interests me a lot. Mostly I would say, though, that it's a day-to-day thing, and it changes every day what I might be interested in. I just feel one way one day and do another thing.
You listen to music when you paint?
Yes, I listen to especially specialty music from New York. It's called modern jazz, and it's not the old swing style of jazz. It's more of the funky rock beat that is being produced in the clubs in New York right now.
Especially in the US, sometimes the people are like what we say in Europe. They have doppelmoral. They are not so open-minded in the public way. So, do you recognize this as artists as well?
Yes, I see that a lot. And being an American artist, I come up against those people all the time. And some of them are very vocal about they don't want any of that around. But I feel strongly that that is what I'm to do, and I take that every day and work with that mindset, because I don't think about people who don't like it. I don't worry about them. I just focus on what I want to do and go that way. It's getting more and more open as people are more educated in the arts, but there's still a ways to go, definitely.
Do you do commissions?
Yes.
Commission work? Yeah.
Yeah, I do commission work, a lot of landscapes and a lot of figures as well. If people want me to paint a portrait of a family member or whatever they have, then I do that as well. I do several shows in the U.S., Nude Night in Miami and Tampa. I also do 12 Inches of Sin. These are figurative shows and more erotic shows, but I also have galleries that show my work and have me come for an exhibit of landscape work as well. But just for me to do group shows, I stick to the figurative work. Yes, I've been showing in several galleries my whole career. In fact, 20 years or so. And they keep my supply of a stock of my paintings, and they will rotate them throughout the year and sell to clients who are in town to buy, usually in like Aspen, Colorado, and Vail, the snow resorts, ski resorts. You can see my figurative work at ericwallis.com, and you can see my landscape work at wallisart.com.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure.